Hey guys, Eric Knight here, December 20th, 2012. Got a few issues I want to touch on today. The first being this Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting is nothing more than a political football that they're just going to continue to spike repeatedly over and over and over again until measures are taken. Just desensitizing the public to the idea of gun control through means of complete propaganda and I would say flat out lies. I saw some interesting parallels between a lot of these mass killings that I wanted to address that obviously the people in the mainstream media really aren't talking about. That being the issue of the psychotropic drugs. Now, I look at this Lanza guy. This guy was not right. And he didn't obtain the guns legally. He killed his mother and stole her guns. Her mother, a sane, rational human being, bought the guns legally. Now, this kid was so messed up and on drugs, medications, heavily medicated. They had said his mother had voiced concern before that this kid was lighting his fingers on fire because he couldn't feel anything. I mean, he was just that desensitized or out of reality. Now, these selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors or these psychotropic drugs also has ties to James Holmes, the Aurora, Colorado killer, Jared Loughner, the guy who shot Gabby Giffords, and then you also have the Columbine killers. All of these people are taking these types of drugs. You know, why is this not being discussed? This is no different. If you look at the number one inflicted cause of deaths in the United States, it's suicides. We have about 18, I believe, on a daily basis, on average, war veterans coming home on similar drugs, killing themselves every single day here in this country. Why is this not a part of the conversation? You can connect the dots. This is a huge factor. And again, it's not a part of the conversation. This bothers me. I've had a lot of very heated debates with some people over these last few days. And what's funny is I'm getting pulled aside afterwards and they think I'm just completely crazy. And the things that I'm saying are no different than I'm saying out here. I'm coming to these people with actual facts. I'm not basing my argument on any type of emotion. There's an interview I'd advise people to go out and watch. It has CNN's Piers Morgan, where he's debating this Gun Owners of America's Larry Pratt. And I find it, go and watch the video and decide for yourself. Larry, when he can get a word in over Piers Morgan, is presenting a lot of facts, real evidence, facts of what actually happened and what crime rates are in this country, and even compares it to other places in the world. I've seen a lot of articles people send me that are very misleading, very deceptive, and they're not addressing the real facts. Again, I would advise people to go check out the FBI's website, look at the real crime statistics. Now, what was really disgusting about this, and I think there's a lot of people that actually tune into this Piers Morgan and believe his BS, Larry presents a bunch of facts, and then he's immediately attacked. He's calling him unbelievably stupid. He's just a complete idiot. He was supposedly glad that all these kids were murdered, and he loves the fact that all these kids are now dead. It's so ridiculous. It's just how the left likes to debate people. If they can't present any real evidence or facts, they just try to turn you into something you're not by name calling and just saying things that are completely untrue. So go check that video out. I watched another interesting video yesterday, and I can tie this in with, President Obama now for the second time is Time Magazine's Person of the Year. Adolf Hitler was Time Magazine's Person of the Year back in 1938. Now, I'm not calling Obama Hitler, but I see a lot of parallels today. I watched this video yesterday my mom had recommended to me. I saw it on YouTube. She had somehow actually gotten a DVD of this in the mail. The video is called 180, and it has a kind of a U-turn sign underneath it. I would advise people to check this out. Now, this guy had went out and interviewed a bunch of people on the street, asking them first if they knew who Adolf Hitler was. And it was very surprising to me that a lot of the public had no idea who Adolf Hitler was. And then, after further interviewing these people, he had presented them with a scenario, and I find this to be extremely creepy. Basically, how you're in a concentration camp, you got a gun to your head, and you got a bunch of people who are dead in a pit, and there's a lot of people that are still screaming that were shot that aren't dead yet. And you are supposed to drive this bulldozer and bury these people alive, and obviously ending the lives of those that are still alive. Would you do it if you had a gun to your head? And surprisingly, a lot of these people would rather live and slowly kill all these other people than give up their own lives and resist events like this. And it really just kind of makes me sick to my stomach. And this guy eventually turns this into an argument over abortion. And, I've even tried to express my views on this in some of these recent debates, because I just see this whole issue on gun control as being no more than, especially for those people on the left, not everybody on the left, but a good portion of them, it's just a way of division in this country again. It's their way of just going after conservatives and people that believe in guns. I am starting to believe that there's a lot of these people that really do not care or really show any concern for what happened. They want to make this political. Why do I say that? You look at Hitler, the guy killed 11 million people. Well, the United States, since Roe v. Wade, has killed 54 million babies through abortion. These are the same people that advocate for abortion. Not everybody, but a lot of them on the left do. And it's my only argument, and they say you can't tie these two together because obviously all the facts you presented earlier are irrelevant. If these people are really about protecting life and really care, why is an abortion not an issue? Kind of boggles my mind. Even if you look at the way they do it today, it's not everybody being raped or a victim of incest or the mother's going to die as a result of having the baby. The majority of the abortions are committed completely out of convenience. And then you even look at a lot of these partial birth abortions or infanticide or taking a baby out that's completely capable of living and, putting it in a room by itself to die slowly. And I think that's horrible. So even if you look at the other facts, handguns kill more people than these assault weapons. Why aren't we banning the damn handguns? That should be, where is the logic or the real argument in this? Again, it's just an emotion-based fear-mongering. Another thing, people are very quick to forget that we had this assault weapons ban from 1994 to 2004. Crime has been going down since 91, continued to drop through the assault weapons ban, and has still continued to drop ever since. And if you look at Columbine, what year did that happen? 1999, smack dab in the middle of the federal assault weapons ban. Again, why is that not part of the conversation? A lot of these idiots think that if we ban these assault weapons, somehow this is miraculously going to stop all the killing. Now, to link all this stuff up and to this Adolf Hitler and these other videos, what really concerns me is just how desensitized and irrational people have become these days. Even if you go back and look at Barack Obama's speech right after he won re-election, the individual in this country is dead. They want to collectivize us. The first thing Hitler did was disarm the public before they had the Holocaust. This is no different. Again, we ban assault weapons, the shootings are going to continue. Then what? We take more guns, we take more liberties. And then, what's the next step from there? It's collectivism. And I really just don't think people are either that smart or have any awareness of what history really is. And I would advise people to go out and read some history, try to understand it, try to see the big picture. Even when you look at these people that were interviewed in the video, or even a lot of these people that are so irrational in their arguments today, these are the useful idiots that, they're the perfect people for a person like Hitler to rise to power. They just have no concept of reality any real basis based on facts, and they make it possible for people like this to rise to power. They'll buy into anything. If they think anything's a good cause, no matter how irrational it may be, they'll go along with it. And that's what really scares me in this country. Man, I just see so much propaganda. I see so many other parallels and connections that could be made to these shootings. We're not addressing those issues. We're not going after the right guns. We shouldn't be going after any guns. These people really believe that we should be completely rendered defenseless in these situations. Even look at how all these shootings happened in places that banned guns on the premises. James Holmes, for instance, he had 7 movie theaters within 20 miles of his apartment. He could have went to a closer theater. He could have went to bigger screens, wherever. However, the only theater that banned guns on the premises, that's the one he chose. That's where he killed all those people. No different than the Sandy Hook Elementary School. These people are disarmed. Of course he's going to go there. Now, it doesn't matter if the guy, has a clip of 30 bullets or a clip of 10 bullets. These kids, these 6-year-olds aren't going to stop a madman shooting a gun. He can take 3 minutes to reload his gun, and people aren't going to be able to do anything. It's just something to think about. I'm trying to see the big picture. I'm really trying to push the principles of liberty and trying to base everything I know on facts and truth, and really trying to get people to see past the propaganda and how this is all being so heavily politicized, when there's a lot more to this story and a lot of other things that we can link into this to really come to some sort of a definite conclusion that may actually make us safer. Disarming the public, look at the facts, it's not going to make us safer. So that is my thoughts. I know I kind of went over a lot of stuff today. Feel free to post your comments. Thank you for tuning in. This is The Night Show. We'll have a lot more to talk about later on tomorrow.